When you're the firstborn, they say that if you're lucky, your dad is your first friend, and he's the one who teaches you about friendship. And I know I'm in good company with the Boy Scouts of Monmouth County, recognizing my dad as one of the best friends you could have. Growing up, my dad taught me how to show up for the people he loved most. He's the guy you call at the hardest of times when you're at your worst and you need some help picking yourself off the floor or facing the worst life has to deal for you. I've seen my dad come in more than once, late at night, from checking on a friend or taking care of something, where somebody just needed the best by their side and they had him, and that is who he is.
Mike is someone that's gonna be by your side, and Mike is someone that's gonna root for you. And if you mess up, he's gonna talk about the times that he messed up, so that you understand that we're all just human and we're all in this together.
You know, Michael gives out a lot of love. He said he's not just a friend, he's a friend you can count on. And I know that everyone who's met Michael and who's dealt with Michael in the past and in the future will know that he's someone who cares and cares about what he does and he cares about the person themselves.
Came to school in 4th grade here. I was a new guy. Got down into class and sat at my desk and didn't know anybody. Then I get a tap on the shoulder. Hey, you're new here, aren't you? I said, yeah, I am. I'm Michael. Nice to meet you. Hey, I was new too last year. So that's our start of our friendship. I hear the Marine Corps recruiters downstairs today. We could get out of some classes if we just go down and talk to them. And everything sounded great. It sounded like a good thing. So we kind of agreed to go. They were like, oh, you can go on the buddy system. It's going to be great. You can go together. You'll be in Parris Island. And then our parents found out. So we went from there, and they really questioned us a lot about our sincerity. And, you know, everybody wants you to go to college, this and that. But we felt very strongly about a commitment, as Michael would, committed to what he started. And him and I left for the Marines. So Michael served 2 combat duties in Beirut, Lebanon, returning from both unharmed. And also he served in the recovery of our college students in the island of Grenada, where they were being held captive. They did the assault on the island to secure our American students. So he's a combat patriot and doesn't talk about it, very humble, but he is really, truly a patriot and a hero for me.
He holds everybody to a higher standard, and people will ask him questions, and he challenges them to challenge themselves. He doesn't give answers. He makes sure they come up with their own answers and be a better person.
He told me I'm a mom first. And being a working mom and 3 young kids at the time, it really resonated with me. And I will say to this day, on Mother's Day morning, his is the first text message we get. And I know we have moms on our team that'll say the same thing.
We've done Wreaths Across America with Jersey Mike quite a few times, and Mike is always at every single event. He cannot wait to lay the wreaths on every single grave that he can.
My father passed away. He was checking on me every other day to make sure I was okay, my family was okay. He's just so genuine that way. During Hurricane Sandy, he had cheesesteaks in his trunk, driving around the stores, making sure we could feed the families of the community. He is always giving advice. You just have to listen, and you just have to be reflective of what he's trying to tell you. And part of that is a lesson as well, is how do you interpret his advice and how do you apply that in your lives?
He makes sure that we are all thinking about each other. He just embodies empathy and giving and sympathy, and he cares about people. He makes me be a better person.
We've been a part of the Battleship New Jersey, and seeing him in action with the Marines that day on the ship, honoring the families, honoring the lives, it made me feel on that day particularly that I was in the right spot, and this was where I belonged and where I wanted to be.
There's not a community thing that goes on that Mike's not a part of. The boat race in town, the school systems, leading the charge for scholarships given out is certainly something unique to Mike and makes him who he is.
He does everything for everybody else. Mike gets up in the morning, I believe, to help other people become better versions of themselves every day. He's a hard charger that way. He's probably harder on himself, but he's not gonna let you know that. We would go out to, say, a bar, there was some dancing, and Mike and I would end up in the middle of the dance floor. We had our own unique styles of dances. We had the sprinkler, so we would stand there and make believe we were sprinkling, and we had the slicer, and then we had the rapper. So those were some fun days, and every once in a while we reminisce about those dance moves that we didn't have, actually. So, by the way, there weren't too many young ladies that wanted to dance with us after that, so probably should have come up with different moves.
Jersey Mike's, of course, they have so much slicing. Then there's so many preparing the sub, we call sprinkling, and then the wrapper, which is putting the sub in the bag. There's Peter Kenk would be a slicer who is the fastest slicer in the East Coast. Now, we put people at the end who are good with the people and communicating, because that's how we got our tips. So Mike was at the end, which the tip can was right there, and he would always engage with the customers and ask with questions, how was their day? And you can see at a young age, he had that skill.
Mike and I this year went to the Amalfi Coast. It's supposed to be the most romantic place for couples, and believe me, we had a wonderful time. Well, we get home, and we've taken a lot of pictures, and it was funny, I never thought of it till Michael, we were on the back porch, and one of our dogs, his favorite dog, comes up to him. He picks up the dog, puts it on his lap, and says, "Diane, can you take a picture of us together?" And it turns out we didn't have one picture of our romantic vacation of the two of us. But I have plenty of Michael and Jackson, our little Jackson dog.
No, we always joke about that tattoo Mike got. When I saw it the first time, my dad and I said the same thing. We're like, Mike, small, angled on the butt, where no one sees it. Because he's proud, he's enthusiastic, he's the ambassador of the brand in a way, right? He is Mike.
He lifts up his arm to show us this big logo of Jersey Mike's tattoo. Everybody roared. It just was, just what a sight. And, God bless him. He lives and breathes Jersey Mike's.
He loves to celebrate his victories. Now, I don't care how small or how big the victory is, Michael likes to celebrate them. Anytime we sold a franchise, we would have a ceremonial bell, and he used to ring the bell really loud, and he used to disrupt the entire second floor of the home office. And one day I was walking by in the conference room, and they're ringing the bell like crazy. I said, "What's going on? Did you sell a franchise?" Michael goes, No, we saved 3 cents a pound on ham across the country.
You're always the first to volunteer, whether it's with the food bank, Toys for Tots, Reach Across America, or just helping somebody with a box to their car. It's truly deserving, and you're truly a servant leader for the company.
He knows when to push, he knows when to be tough in tough conversations, and most of all, he knows when to be patient. I can't think of a more giving, passionate, and inspirational person to receive this award, and it's been an honor to work with him.
From the day we met 12, 13 years ago, every conversation we had, both professional and personal, I knew I was walking away a better person afterwards, and with some laughs as well.
It's a great night. It's a great honor for you to have. All these years, you put a lot of time and hard work into helping other people. This is a night for you. People love you. Your family loves you.
We're all so proud of you, and we wouldn't have expected anything less.
Congratulations, Mike, on an honor well deserved.
Mike, congratulations. No one more deserving.
You are a very worthy recipient.
I can't think of anybody else more deserving of this award. Congratulations to you. Thumbs up, and keep it going.
He's salt.
That's what Gino always calls him.
Salt of the earth.
We love one another. We're there for each other through thick and thin. We've been friends for over 55 years.
He's just St. Michael.
Mike's a great father figure, a constant source of support, and a role model in every sense of the word. For those of you who know Mike, you may know him to love a classic rock song or a good oldie, but you may not know how much he loves pop music. On an 8th grade graduation trip with my friends, Mike found a new obsession with the song Thrift Shop by Macklemore. He played it every day, multiple times per day, and it very quickly became the theme song of the trip. But it didn't stop there. When I lived at home after college, Mike set up a speaker outside my door every morning at 7 a.m. and would blast Thrift Shop as a wake-up call. It would have been really annoying, but at least he left a cup of coffee next to the speaker. Even if he doesn't know the right lyrics or has to Google the lyrics and put on his readers to sing along, these moments Mike reminds us to never take life too seriously, and he makes life a little bit more joyful because of it. Mike, thank you for being an incredible role model, for always being there, and for teaching us to enjoy the ride. You're truly one of a kind, and we're lucky to have you.
You truly embody what it means to work hard, love deeply, and give it all to the people that you care about. He will do just about anything for anyone, like the time he came with us on a New York shopping trip for my store, because who would not love a guy in their corner shopping for a woman's clothing business, right? Or while we were up there, he was talking to a vendor to bring in a jewelry line. I told him I was not going to do that, but he talked to the guy for 30 minutes, trying to convince me otherwise. But that's who he is. He is a passionate and persistent person, even if you've already made up your mind. Michael is truly an inspiration. He gives so much of himself to the people around him. He does it with so much heart. It's not just about the big gestures, it's the little things and everyday acts of kindness and support that make you who you are. So Michael, thank you for everything you do. You show us what it means to love, work hard, and stick by the people that you care about. You are truly an inspiration. I love you so much.
Your loyalty to your friends, your family, your community. Certainly reading about Joshua Huddy, I can see how they picked you to be the next one in that hat. I hope you're enjoying the community that you're surrounded with today. You've done so much to lift us all up and love on us, so I hope you're taking this moment to take it all back. I can't wait to see you in that hat. Congratulations on the award, Dad.
To get recognition for all that you have done and for what they stand for, the Boy Scouts. You really show a very exemplary example of a Boy Scout. I'm really proud of you to get this Huddy Award. You so deserve it. I love you, and I'm so proud of you.